Hey guys, welcome to my round 4. Today I play against Canadian Master Anderson Ang Nje, talented prodigy in Malaysia. Alright, let's see how it goes. So e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, d4 takes, knight f6, knight c3, and my opponent played the move g6, which is not a great move. It's a rare line. He tried to play the accelerated dragon, but he tried to prevent the Maroxy going with the move knight f6 first, then g6. However, there's a drop back of this move, which is knight takes c6. Point is, now the best move is actually d takes and go into this line, right? But after a long thought, my opponent played b takes c6, which is not a great move, because now actually white it's slightly better because of e5. The knight has to move somewhere, and then bishop c4. So you can see white is up too many times, too many tempo. So queen a5, we get castles, bishop g7. If you take on e5, okay, maybe rook d1, knight e4. I mean, just totally winning, I believe. Queen takes e5. Yeah, rook e1, knight e4. It should be winning, I think. Right? Yes. So my opponent played the move bishop g7. I go queen f3. Queen takes e5, and I play the move bishop takes f7. Now, in this position, there is a brilliant move in this position, which is knight b5. Point is you can't take because your rook is hanging. So let's say you takes. We will take on f7 first, I believe. Yeah, we'll take on f7 first. After the king move, then we take the rook. Like this. And now the threat is bishop f4, followed by knight c7, which is very hard to defend. However, I play bishop takes f7 first, we get king to d8, and now I play bishop b3 because I couldn't find like a winning move. Like, okay, I calculate bishop f4, queen somewhere like queen f6, knight b5, and then and then to be honest, I forgot what I calculate. Yeah, like maybe you can take and then check. Yeah, and then there's simply no way. Knight d6 pawn takes. Rook e1, there's knight e7. It's not clear. So I calculate many things and I just decide to prevent the queen trade. Queen f5 or queen f6 just by moving my bishop back. So we get queen to f5. I decline the queen trade because I want to attack the king. I think the king is so weak. Knight f6, I go rook e1, e6. If you go rook e8, there's bishop f7. Right. So you go e6, bishop e3, and rook e8. I go rook d1. And to be honest, I think yeah, like in the game, I always remind myself like don't hurry to attack. Don't hurry to attack. And that's why I first improve my pieces first. Just because I actually calculate many like knight b not here, like bishop f4, queen somewhere, then knight b5 something. And some rook d1 followed by threatening queen takes c6 thing. I calculate many, but I just reminds myself don't hurry to attack because like I try to make myself change the mood from attack mood to positional mood, something like that. Yeah, because now I think it's not about the king. I think it's about like some like white is good in positional. I think first of all, I have uh, better pawn structure. Two island. He have two. He have three pawn island, and his king is in the center. Um, yeah, and also he's down in development. So I just don't. I always remind myself don't rush to attack. Just keep improving my pieces. Keep improving my position. So we get d5. Now again, I calculate many things like queen d2, queen a5 check, some bishop d4 idea, bishop c5. Some yeah. But in the end, I decided okay, it's just a positional game. I play knight a4, followed by knight c5. It's a weak square, right? Right. He go king e7, trying to brings his king back to safety. So basically, after king e7, I know that basically it's very hard to attack the king. So now it's just about positional. I'm good in positional. I think this bishop is very bad. His dark square is quite weak, because all his pawns are on light square. Now I play the move f3. I think knight c5 is better. I play f3. Actually, there's a one trick. So for example, he played d7, g4 trap the queen. Queen e5, bishop c5 check. So of course my opponent see it and play king f7. I go queen f2 to attack the pawn. Again, setting up a trap. If you go rook e7, I go g4 and bishop c5. So my opponent decided to just sacrifice the pawn like this, but knight c5 again is better. Yeah, which is. By the way, in this position, c4 is also very good. Open up this diagonal, but I thought like the pawn is just too solid. This is also why I always remind myself, don't go attack, don't rush, don't hurry, because my opponent is defending well. So I try to change the mood from attacking mood. Like as you can see in the opening, I'm trying to attack. If you go something like f6 here, actually I think I'm winning. Rook e1. The threat is bishop takes g8 followed by e takes f6. Something like that. It's just trying to attack. But after this, I think just it's very hard to attack. So yeah, in fact, I think white is better because of positional. Because white has some positional advantage here. Not because the king is weak, I think. Yeah, so I play knight a4, which is a good move. f3, queen f2, e5. I take the pawn. Knight c5 is better, according to the engine. I take the pawn. He go king g8, and I go bishop e3. Uh, bishop e3, and my opponent go bishop e6. So in this position, actually, knight c5 is a good move, I think. Yeah, okay. In fact, it is a good move. But in this position I actually blitz out the move and I play g4, which is a blunder. I thought the queen is trapped, so he's forced to give up the knight. However, my opponent just confidently take the pawn, and after this, I realized that I just threw it. My knight is hanging. I mean, this is. I feel so bad. Like lose like this. It's very nice game. I'll play my opponent in the opening. My opponent missed out actually badly in the opening, and I got a very nice position. But I play g4. After this, the problem is, yes, I'm an exchange, but first of all, in this position, there's opponent have the bishop pair, of course, and he have a very nice center pawn mess, a pass pawn also. And I mean, in this position, bishop is just better than the rook because uh, the, my rook has no use. I have literally no use. Like like no foul, no open foul. So simply no use. So meanwhile, my opponent bishop could be very strong, especially the light square bishop because I don't have a light square bishop. So my opponent just simply pushes pawn like this. By the way, if the queen take on a3, I can take on c6. So you go queen a8, I go bishop f2, d5, I go queen h3, c5, I go a4, e4, I go bishop g3, e3, and actually in this position black is just totally losing. Sorry, I mean white's just totally losing. Black is completely winning. I go bishop d6, queen c6. He played queen c8, bishop b7, followed by queen c6. And actually in this position we're both down to 1 minute. I go bishop f4, rook f8. And if my bishop move, there's rook f2 check. If I don't move my bishop, there's rook takes f4, followed by queen to checkmate. So I take on e3, and my opponent don't even take my bishop. He just simply played the move bishop e5, and in this position I resign because my queen is being pinned, and queen g2 checkmate. There's a queen g2 checkmate threat. So yeah, um, it's actually a good game. I mean, after the opening and also in the middle game, but I mean just one blunder just and cost uh yeah, just one blunder and every advantage. I threw every advantage and just lose the game like this. So yeah, so what can I say? Do better. Try to avoid mistake in my rest of the game. I mean, um, yeah, but I quite satisfied how I play in the middle game. Um, yeah, okay, so that's the game against Canadian Master, and yeah, that's it. So that's all for today, I think. Sorry, that's all for my round four, and yeah, take care. Bye.